Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this Saturday night's YGG Weekend Challenge. Hopefully, everyone is having a fantastic time. We have a very unique qualifying round today. Two people are currently in the
Those
qualifying
lucky
round.
two.
Only
What?
two. You know what that
Hey,
means,
What?
right?
How does
So,
that work?
so we
So
had
100,
217 people.
129,
217 people sign up,
100,
right?
Uh,
We're playing
129 checked in.
And
129
then
checked
how
in.
does that work?
Right?
Yep.
So
So what that means is that we needed 128 to make even pairs, right? So like
yes,
128 to
yes,
64 to 32 to 16 to 8 to
that's
4 to
it.
2 to 1, right?
That's
So
it.
so at 129, two people have to play a
They
qualifying
have to
round.
qualify. They have to qualify to get into this tournament.
I feel like
So
I
can't
need to
tell
watch
whether
this match.
and
can't
what's
have,
tell
have,
whether they should
hilarious,
go by lottery or not.
it's exciting.
right?
Do we have a view that is tournament friendly that we can share on
I
screen?
will be sharing it. Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Give me 1 second.
Just make sure you've got the
Streamer mode.
the streamer mode activated, right?
I don't
I
know.
don't
We'll see
even
how
know
this
how to
all
do that.
goes.
So don't have to
Streamer
tell me.
mode.
So under the account, go to settings.
Yeah. Josie, welcome. Virus, welcome. Blackfoot, welcome. Bob Carr,
Enable
welcome.
streamer mode. It is on.
And then
Perfect.
make sure it's on, and then you should be good to go.
Yeah. So yeah, actually, Lorcas is kind of like when he runs the helm and everything, he's kind of been like that buffer for Streamer Zone for us anyway, because he keeps it off screen and then always brings it
Sure,
on, never gives us a spoiler. But
sure.
yeah, very interesting. So our qualifiers today. So of the 129 people, right? This man right here, NNHS, this is one of the elite players in the silver, like
He's.
gold.
I
Like
Guild
recognize
of
he's
the
the
name.
Oxian is not a shabby guild.
no,
It's
and
real.
so like in my mind, all right. So go ahead, play this out. Like I have
Go
a
by the
feeling
lottery?
I know the way this
Yeah,
goes.
this doesn't feel like a fair match.
No, I mean, but like this guy's like, it's like, what are the odds? You got to play one of the elites, like in your
To get through
qualifier.
the
One,
qualifier.
you got
Oh,
picked, and two, you had to play against someone who was like already probably gonna make top 8 anyway. Like,
Well, sometimes you get the shrimp, and sometimes you get the shark, right? And
amen, brother. And this is why
that's
I will always advocate for Swiss pairing. Like, I will never support single elimination as a standard form of tournament because of that. Like, that's
sure,
terrible, right?
sure.
Yeah,
And it can be changed, right? We can adjust that. We have the power to say what we want in the qualifying round to happen.
it's true.
yeah,
Historically, I think we've moved away from that because it took so long. If you have like the qualifying round, also best out of 3 or best out of 5 or however many you want to choose,
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
for sure.
Yeah. So Virus is asking if we heard about the format for Splinterfest, and I have, I think, unless you have a new update. But what I know of Splinterfest is it's going to be pool play, very similar to what we're experiencing now, where all of day one will be some form of pool play where you're going to get to play a lot of games and get some kind of record off of those, right? And then the top 8 or top 16, I think it's going to be top 16, are going to play in day 2, and then that'll be single elimination from there with a standard
Oh.
bracket type of setup. So day 1 will feel very familiar for Splinterlands players because that's their standard tournament format in terms of pool play. Day 2 may be unique for those that are not familiar to the way tournament brackets work. But essentially, it'll be top seed faces the bottom seed, and then 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5, and that'll be how the brackets kind of, or at least that's top 8. It'll same thing for top 16. 1 versus 16, 2 versus 15, blah, blah, blah. So how you rank in day 1 will kind of dictate your pairings going into day 2. So if that makes sense. So Dave, welcome. He says, wow. Wow. Thank you, Dave.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you, Baku. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me go through and do a little bit of introductions here. We have the number 1 first string left out on the bench, Bakaruni. Welcome, Baku. You were an
Hello,
elite
hello.
player once. What happened?
Yeah, what happened there?
Take a look at Diamond leaderboard then. In Modern and Wild.
You killing it? Congratulations,
Yep.
brother.
For now.
For now.
Congratulations, big
Okay.
guy. So
Thank
yeah, are you liking the new rewards and everything, or have they like? Did you notice an uptick playing in Diamond?
Yeah. Before last season, before the rewards got bumped up, Diamonds you only got like about 4 SPS per battle. But at the start of the season, I was getting like 15, 17 SPS,
Ooh,
and then it's
seriously.
slowly tapering off. But it's more tapering off in WoW than Modern. So yeah. But then the problem with Modern is there's less players, so sometimes
Yeah.
it
What
might
are
be a bit
you what are
hard.
you getting now in Modern?
Let's see. Let me just log into
Just
that
want to make
account.
sure I'm making a decent amount here. Better not be owning me, Packer.
Modern Diamond, I'm getting 6.5 right now. But this is
Wow.
Diamond 1 at max rating.
Diamond 1. Okay. I'm
Yep.
struggling to get into Diamond 3. I'm hitting the gold 1 ceiling, and I'm just not able to climb. I win a couple of games, and then I get knocked back down again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
crazy. They're
But I
already
get
like
up
champ
again.
1 in Modern. Like,
Mm.
what the heck? How do you
Yeah.
find all these battles? I get like timed out like every like 2 battles.
I thought there was
Jeez.
something wrong with the Hive network, but I also had some timeouts. I couldn't
Yeah, I
find
was
battles
like,
either.
how is this guy getting like 500 battles? I'm like, where do all these battles come from?
You're just
It
not
is
playing
way
at the
too
right
many
time.
battles. Well, you feel like you're absolutely crushing your ECR too. Like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, Baku. Well, I'm glad you are having success up in Diamond. Thank you for sharing with us exactly how it looks after the pre-wards. Moving on
Mm-hmm.
to my co-host, the awesome, ever famous, super, super recognizable Mr. Damore.
Hey
Hello,
guys,
Damore. How are you doing,
how's
brother?
it going? Doing great, doing great. I've already passed through our first round, onto the next round, and looking forward to sharing the town hall with you guys.
Was that sarcastically saying that you made it past the 2-person qualifier, or are you done with round 2?
I'm done with round 2, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I believe it's my answers that are normally sarcastic, not Damore's.
It's like, yeah, no, I made it through round 1. It's like, yeah, it's like 218 other people.
Apologies. Well, the first round I was part of is what I meant, which was round 2, I guess. Yes.
Awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, just
Mm-hmm.
scrolling through here, I think this is actually the first time in a while that I've seen us do 8 rounds. We're usually at 7, right? So to break that 128 of active people,
By
this,
one,
yeah, I know, right?
one lucky person.
One. But no, it's awesome to have like 8 rounds going into this tournament. So we are going to be here for a while, guys. A while.
Well, it shows that the YGG tournament is growing and more contestants are participating, right? Or more people. Sadly, our numbers and viewership is not the same, right? So many people are participating in the tournament, but they're not actually viewing the tournament at the same time. Sadly.
Yeah.
But
Well, I totally think that's because Cydric hasn't been here with his shirt off in a while. It's tough.
Is
Is
that
it
what?
been serenading people?
I mean, if it's a naked man they want. Let's go.
Well,
Oh,
Cydrake
oh,
has
oh,
fans.
oh, oh.
Cydrake has fans.
Cydrake has. Does he have OnlyFans?
Well, I was going to name them.
And then last but not least, the beautiful, sultry mustache himself, Lorcus.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Lorcus, you excited for Splinterfest?
I am. I'm very excited to find out just how much they didn't plan for us,
Right.
but how
Right.
much fun we'll have in spite of all that. I think we will have a great time.
Amen, brother. Absolutely. So
Part of it will be laughing about how much they didn't plan for us, I think.
it'll be good. It'll be good. No, it's gonna. I think Vegas is what, we're 2 weeks out at this point, so it's like that's the next thing on the list. In my opinion, we've got no other releases. Oh no, we do have Rift Watchers that'll be minted here on
And if you're
Thursday.
doing the GLS packs, that also
Is that
next
happening
week.
too?
I
Oh,
think that's next week, the 28th, or is that maybe I've gotten my dates mixed up? Someone
Yeah.
should double check me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna need to see the white paper on that one. Anyway, might be foreshadowing a little bit of what we got to talk about here in our patented 1 hour town hall coverage, but we definitely have a lot of stuff that happened this week. We are coming into obviously a couple more things in this week to come. Then we got Splinterfest. So, Demore, you have our wonderful town hall pulled up here. So let me ask the audience: do you guys want to see the town hall, or do you guys just want to watch battles play out for Lorcus and just listen to us talk about the town hall? You guys let us know in the chat what you think.
Oh,
I
what you want on the main screen? I see.
Yeah. Just let that all play out, and we can just talk about the town hall. I don't think they need to watch it, right? They can just watch some crazy
Sure.
Splinterlands fighting action.
And just listen.
Let's go to
So-
town.
We'll see
So
how
first
often I
off-
get distracted by the content and forget to post a match. We'll see how this goes.
Dead screen.
Now, there's a lot of outside stuff outside of Splinterlands, and I can share about that if you guys are interested. For example, stuff about Nifty Arcade, stuff about Sam at Playgrounds Labs.
Really?
There's stuff about
Well,
Words and Wizards from Hardpoint.
what?
And then
What now? What is this?
Okay, all right, Demore, you've already piqued my attention. I know none of this.
Something
Teach
about
me.
wizards? What's
Teach
happening?
me
Well,
about the wizards.
Something
all right, so
about-
I'll go through word by word.
He's a
Nifty
wizard.
Arcade. This is from Tyler and Jared, which I assume they are the creators of it, Nifty Arcade, or owners of Nifty Arcade, I guess. Nifty Arcade is a revenue share system created for ease of your Splinterlands cards, either for yourself or for scholars. Allows people who have decks of cards like a Fire Splinter. I can combine all of them and give them to a scholar, and let them do XYZ. I can create a deck and let people go play that deck. We will allow people to purchase pre-configured decks rather than individual cards. The advantage
Oh,
to help
pretty
those
cool.
new players with one-click
nice.
solution to buy one deck type per rank. You can rent to scholars, friends, or use yourself. Features: asset tracking, revenue shares, deck purchasing, but the idea allows you to see everything you own in the ecosystem. I can track multiple accounts. I can see crypto, NFTs, and Splinterlands cards. It allows me to track everything in the ecosystem. I can also see everything I've earned in the last 30 days. Aggie, is this just for the whales, says Aggie. It's for everyone. I can come on here and play others' assets, or I can purchase my own and get a higher deck I have.
Go check out Nifty. This sounds interesting.
How do you calculate the staked SPS and NFT cards? Matt and the devs have been building a platform so that we can access the staked SPS and give to the lender, and we keep everything else. The system will calculate everything earned, and the borrower sends everything back to the lender on the keychain. Okay. Find Nifty Arcade on niftyarcade.io.
Interesting,
Right?
because I always like I knew Nifty Arcade was doing like I thought they were just like
Well,
a play to earn guild like us.
I've faced many of their players
Yeah.
on ranked battles, right?
Yeah, they actually seem to frequent gold. Like I don't see them except for the beginning of season in silver, the top of silver, and then when I end up pushing at the end till gold, that's when I see a lot of those uh SPL number accounts.
and
Oh,
NFT
those
SPL.
accounts.
Yes.
NFT
Oh.
SPL. They are Nifty Arcade accounts. Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
And I assume they were just all scholarships account, but like this is interesting. So it sounds like you can buy, like they purchased a lot of cards, right? And so one of the ways that
Mhm.
they've said that they're going to manage it is by selling out pre-made decks, which is pretty cool. I think
Yeah,
I
it's
don't think that's
interesting.
geared too much to the player.
Well, look, I
Maybe
mean,
it is.
it's a different approach, certainly. Whether it's
Mhm.
going to be successful or not, I don't know, but it is certainly interesting.
Yeah.
Something to look at for sure. Then next on the list is Sam at Playgrounds Labs and Capital DAO. We're working with guilds and enables you to go in with a wallet of assets and delegate those assets to managers who will then delegate it out to others. This is great for large groups like hedge funds or large guilds like YGG that need someone to manage their assets, perhaps. Don't
But
you
does that
think?
work on the Hive keychain, like, or the
How
Hive
does that
blockchain?
work?
Like, I could see this on
Let's
something like Ethereum, but does that exist here yet?
You can work from one common UI and using that system of delegation from the admin who owns the assets down to a manager, then down to a player. There is no worry about who is playing with these assets because you will never lose control over those assets. You will want the best manager, and then we can see that we see that building a great community. That seems like bad English. You will want the best manager, and then we see that building a great community. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's bad English. This is already live and are in other companies. We are part of the largest guild in the world. We just partnered with them, and it will be disclosed in a week or so. Where to find Capital DAO, capital.gg. You can use the app today. Next week, we will be doing a massive card opening for Splinterlands, so you'll want to be a part of that. Sounds
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, so these are definitely the areas where I just kind of like I like tune out oftentimes. I'm just like, ooh, butterfly.
So what this is these are adjacent to Splinterlands communities that can benefit Splinterlands communities, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's why they're kind of bringing them into the town hall, because they feel the community could possibly benefit from these things, right?
Yeah.
And I think we can. I think there is use cases for these things that they are providing, right? All right, next, words with wizards from Hardpoint. First question, are we on track? We're really busy with a lot of things.
That is
going
not
out.
the first question. What are we talking about?
Yeah, what's wizards?
I
Words
have no
with
idea.
wizards? Like, is this like
this
how
is
to write
literally-
your own Harry Potter book? Like, what's happening?
Yes.
This is
Ooh.
literally the
Harry Potter
title.
fanfic.
This is literally the title in the town hall given to the section, and it's a talk, direct question to Hardpoint, right? It seems.
I'm just pointing out that can't possibly be the first question.
Can you can you skip ahead so we can figure out exactly what the hell they're talking about?
So the next words with
Is this
wizards
tower
is
defense?
Matt, right? With whitelists and Rooney. So the next question.
Oh.
So
Oh.
the wizards are the
The
people.
owners. Yeah,
The
the
people
head
that
council.
usually speak on the town hall, right? Like Hardpoint,
Got it.
like Nate, like
Understood.
right? Okay, all right. And he got a question. Are we on track? His answer was, "We're very excited and we're really busy." That's the
You know,
logic.
that's basically
long.
an answer just to a different question.
Oh,
Didn't
politicians
read.
are the best.
Okay. Are we set to go live tomorrow? Fairly certain we will get it out. We'll have a countdown page.
Oh,
Right. And
this had to have been Rift? No.
that was
This was Tower
probably
Defense.
Tower
Tower
Defense.
Defense.
Yeah, Tower Defense. So what is the defense game and what are we offering tomorrow? An offshoot product of the Splinterlands game. It uses the same website and wallets. We're partnered with Double Coconut. The pre-sale will be selling the packs, chests, and crates. We're not sure. 250,000 will be available, and each will have 5 towers or spells. If you participate in the pre-sale, you'll have a 0.2 chance to get that promo hero, and you'll never have that chance again. This won't be your typical tower defense game. You'll have to stake towers, spells, and heroes in your game and have them locked up in the game to use them. The more you have staked, the more you earn. And we're working that each one of those models gives more energy. So you want to earn more, you buy more. If you want to earn more, you need to buy more. Okay. Logistics of pre-sale into general sale.
Well, I guess since like we don't really need any of those details because we already kind of saw what happened, right? Like Tower Defense happened. So
Sure.
Tower Defense.
Just so you know, we're in round 3 now. In case
Yeah,
anybody
we
needs to
are.
go fight their battles, just to let you know.
So
Nice.
let's talk about this real quick because this is one of the points that I kind of wanted to make here is in the last 2 weeks we've seen the 3 pre-sales, right? And I personally took a position weighing what I felt like was going to be the most important ones, and I feel like the community backed me up because Rift Watchers was out in a minute and a half. Tower Defense, half the amount of packs, took 12 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, half the amount of
much
packs is
slower.
not really fair though, because
Why not?
I think similar to other sets, it's going to take far fewer packs to max out what you need. So
I mean,
I'm
I
not
would say
sure
the
that
argument is more along the lines of like we don't really know what we're getting with tower defense, right? Like
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
so like this is it's
Sure.
more along the lines of like these packs were cheaper. At the end of the day, these were cheaper. The amount of SPS we had to get rid of to be into Rift Watchers doesn't compare to like the discounted DEC like that this cost us, right? So like and then we got into Rooney, right? Rooney also kind of doesn't compare because that
It's
was
only
a really easy
2,500.
buy-in. Yeah, it was a
Right.
super easy buy-in. 50
yes, it
bucks.
was. And to say like, yeah, $50 worth $250 is really nice.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like that was no-brainer, right? Absolute no-brainer. So this is sorry, Demore, buddy.
I'm so sad, man. I'm so sad.
So like this is kind of where we ended up here is like we were told that all of this stuff was happening and we had to make priorities. And I feel like anybody that prioritized Rift Watchers and Roonies made a better call than I mean, unless you're able to do all 3, right? Mainly because of the timeline in which you only had minutes to react to these 2. You had hours to react to this other one, right?
Mhm.
So I thought that was very interesting. It made me feel good about the decisions that I made because I felt like the community was on the same page that I was, which means that my pulse was kind of or my thumb was on the right pulse. Right. I didn't get hyped up over a set that or a game that didn't tower defense, right? Like I don't think the community was super jacked and ready to rush that one off the shelf. So
Mhm.
So anyway, tower defense, what do you guys think? You guys saw what happened. What'd you guys do? Did you guys get involved?
I have no idea if I'm going to play it, but I figured if there was a promo hero, I should probably have it.
That's kind of what I was thinking. But then somebody told me that like we could pull heroes and packs still. But maybe it wasn't that
I think you can pull
specifically.
heroes, but I think maybe that one you would not be able to. But I could be totally wrong. I usually am. Don't listen to me.
Well, the theory was it was supposed to be like a Dr. Blight, but I don't know.
That's what I thought
is.
too, but yeah.
And by the sound of it, it's a promo card, right? It will be similar to Blight. Blight is a promo card, so it is similar in that nature. It is promo related.
That was my
Never
impression too, which made me think that whether this game turns out to be the absolute best or not, like if I want to play this in the future, I'm probably going to want this special card. So anyway, that's
Sure.
why I was sure to try
Yeah.
to buy in.
Yeah.
Sure.
So did you get, I guess, big question, did you stop at the 50 to get the hero, or did you go all the way to 500 to get beta access?
Yeah, I made sure that I had beta access and then tried to make sure I had enough for whatever the count ended up being to try to get the rest of the airdrops without having to buy more.
Okay. And then perspective for the audience, you also got into Rooney and you also got into Rift Watchers?
What are you trying to do? Just make me sound like a whale over
No,
here?
I was
What's
just
going on?
it's really more of like, so it's from like I'm trying to like lay the groundwork of like, all right, if those that were able to get into everything versus those that had to make decisions, right?
Sure,
You didn't
sure.
choose tower defense over the other two.
No,
Right?
and I think that to your point, that would be a very interesting choice because it would be betting on a partnership game to Splinterlands over a direct game that they are directly involved with. And that's maybe not a fair way to put it, but I consider it a partnership more than a direct Splinterlands game. So yeah,
No, I'm kind of with
I
you on
don't.
that one.
To me, it would not make sense to choose it over the others, but I wanted to make sure I had a position in it, I guess.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So Demore, what about you, brother? Oh, wait, this thing says I'm Demore.
In regards to tower defense, hell no. I'm
Ooh,
not.
look at these two Demores. One has a hat,
I'm
one doesn't have a
Demore.
hat.
So that's what happened when I did that. Right. Sorry about that. But yeah, I will not be investing in tower defense right now. As much as I love playing tower defense games, I'm all in on the Splinterlands thing, and you know I've missed the boat on both Rift Watchers and the Rooney, sadly. But you know, me not getting the Rooney is now going to mean I'm going to be buying $250 worth of Rift Watcher BCXs, one by one, right?
Yeah. So perspective for the audience. You're the one that's like still inside looking out the window at all the kids that are outside playing with their new toys.
Sure,
And
sure,
you're like crying.
sure, exactly that. I missed the Rooney boat by a minute because of having to wake up 1 a.m. at night. Sadly, I didn't realize.
But
Sadly, I
just to
didn't realize
be,
it was going to be 1 minute of sales.
to put the rest of perspective on anyone that wasn't involved in these pre-sales, though, I'm calling you out, Rogue Patton, that no one has new toys. We all paid for new toys, and now we all have promises of new toys, but none of us actually have new toys.
There are no toys yet. There are no
Right.
toys yet.
I
but
got
they will come
promises,
soon.
baby. I
They
got
will come
promises.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Promises
we have
sometimes work.
lots of promises.
Promises sometimes work, but sometimes they don't either. Eh?
I'm getting a pickle, bro. I'm getting a pickle.
Oh,
Are you
pickle.
sure? Are you sure you're getting a pickle?
Gold
And
foil
would you
pickles.
and would you rather have a
Let's
pickle
go.
or a sword?
All right. So sadly, all right, I think I want a sword because I've already committed to whatever I mint I'm playing with. It's gonna be mine. I'm not reselling, right? So like
Yeah.
that would really push my like that would push what I've gone on record and said many, many times if I pull like some gold foil pickle and I'm just like, uh-oh.
Yeah, but
Uh-oh.
would you be open to like trading it for like one that you wanted more? Because these are NFTs
Bro,
on
that's
ETH.
not
You can do this.
that's not a 1-for-1 trade. Like if we're talking gold foil pickles, I could probably buy
not
100
gold foil
Roonies
pickles.
for a
But
gold
if you
foil
just
pickle.
but you could if you have a gold foil pickle, you could probably trade it for a gold foil sword. Is what I'm saying. Like you could trade.
You could trade it for many things. You could probably trade it for a tract of land at this point.
Oh, that'd be
Jeez.
nice.
Mhm.
So
A
But yes,
tract
that
of
would really,
Roonies.
I don't know.
Nate said there is the possibility of in future opening up the ability on the ETH chain to individually sell the components or trade the components. So right. So
Yeah.
let's say, for example, another guy's got a sword that really matches your body or hairstyle or crown or XYZ. You could sell your pickle, which is, in my opinion, a very shit thing, for
Tell
a
us how
really
you really
cool
feel.
axe, for a really
Tell us.
cool axe,
For a
right?
cool
Or a samurai
Or
sword,
an even
or a,
cooler pickle.
Yeah. So think about this, Demore. We are playing a fantasy game, right?
Sure.
Axes can kill people like in real life and all that. Can you beat someone to death with a pickle?
If you had enough of
can
them,
in
I think it's
Splinterlands,
possible.
all right?
If you had
Well,
enough of them,
can't.
like a few
You
tons of
cannot.
pickles would take out anybody.
An opportunity true strike pickle to the face, just right to the temple.
But it can't. It can't. It can't do that. It can't do that.
You can
Look,
in a fantasy game.
With true strike, anything is possible. All right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And if they don't have a pickle shield, it's going to hit for full damage.
Yeah, you need to protect from the pickle. You need you need that dill shield, like 100%.
The pickle
100%.
thing. The pickle thing.
Anyway, so back to the general concept here. Let me go. Let's see. So Demore's out on everything. Lorcas is in on everything. I am only Rift Watchers and Rooney, and I got one Rooney, and I got 100 and hopefully, if everything passed, like hopefully I'll get my extra 13 booster packs for missing out on the voucher thing, but I should have 150 Rift Watcher packs. Baku, what'd you do?
I did nothing.
Oh, right. You and Demore hanging out inside.
Yep.
Here we go. Baku only joins my club.
That is
Yep.
impressive. So
I'm
Baku,
the-
what was your mindset on all that? Just still doing that rent to dominate aspect, right?
Yeah, just mainly playing the out accounts is what's keeping me busy. And
Makes
just like
sense.
accumulating everything that I can get.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yep.
with you, Baku. I'm with you.
Mhm.
All right. So hell, damn, we might be in the minority, Lorcas. And amongst this panel, you do look a little bit whalish.
What?
A little whalish. You look a little thick in the hips there, buddy. You're looking a little whale.
Because I don't work out enough. Is that what you meant?
No, I meant you buy everything.
Let's pull it back to the town hall. Otherwise, we're never going to get through this.
Oh, I got you, brother. Go ahead. So tower
who wants to
defense.
get through it?
Next one is more interesting. Matt and the whitelist sale for Rooney. The whitelist sale will be dropped this week. Yes, we know it happened. I'm not going to go through those details. The mint will be on Ethereum on OpenSea's Thursday, 2 p.m. EST on Splinterland's website. Yeah, 2 p.m. for you, maybe. For me, it was 1 a.m. at night. I'll have you
just
know.
real spiteful about it too.
I would feel the same way. Like they made these really hard for some people. Like that's just not very equitable.
So yeah, I'm sad that many people got like 5 or 3. I'm hearing people bragging about,
Yeah.
and it makes me feel bad. I just wanted one. I could only afford one. All right. So for me, it's a real issue.
Yeah, honestly,
but anyway,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You're the only one that I've actually heard of, though, that wasn't able to. Like, because part of what he said in the town hall was like, look, everybody that was ready should be able to. And I felt like I didn't feel super rushed. Like I made some questionable decisions in my life to get this Rooney, but like I didn't ever feel like I wasn't going to get it. Like, I don't know. After that town hall, I was actually really at ease that the company was going to do what was necessary to make sure that I was taken care of, because they said, like, they even came out with it. They were like, look, if we catch anybody scripting, like, you're screwed. We have full right to do more whitelist than what you think we're going to do. So, like, don't think you're getting away, like, and taken away from people that want this, right? So, like, I don't know. Maybe there is something.
I wasn't on time.
Maybe there's something for you, though.
But
Maybe
they are
we'll
planning to do a bunch through giveaways and
Mhm.
promotions, so we should just see what we can do and see if we can get you a whitelist
We
spot.
should. We should.
Everything
Hashtag
I've heard
save Demore's
about
Rooney.
everything I've heard about these other ones said they're going to be for the 500 range, and that's over my budget already. So I'm out
Whoa.
even if I win one at the 500 range,
Yeah.
right?
Well, no, but if you win, they're supposedly going to give away whitelist spots, which would be, one at half price, right? Or is that not how it works?
I hope so. I hope so. If that's the case, I'm still in, right? I'm
Yeah.
still in for 250. I've got my 250 saved, set aside. I'm ready to go. I've got my 100 vouchers. I was ready to push the button for buy, but by the time I looked at it, it was sold out, which was a couple of minutes late. I probably should have set my alarm for 10 minutes before, So I am to blame. I am the only one to blame, I guess. I should have been on time. I wasn't.
That's what I did with my Rift Watchers purchases. I was not back at my house in time, and I had to buy
that
general
broke my
sale.
heart. That broke my heart when you were telling me about that. I'm like, oh man. But more specifically, you're just like, well,
This means I have to buy the promos off the secondary, and it probably means I saved money there, but I was buying the packs anyway.
yeah, which you did, right? Like, yeah,
I did for sure. Yeah, I want the rest of the airdrops, and I'm excited about Rift Watchers. Like, I am committed at this point to having a max deck going forward, and that definitely means Rift Watchers needs to be there, whether I was 38 minutes late to the pre-sale or not.
Sure.
Did you submit a ticket anyway?
No,
near the final block.
No, I did not. Like, it was, as Demore said, like, I should have known the time. Like, I could have been back on time if I had realized that this was happening right now, and I didn't realize it's totally my fault.
Yeah, man.
It's not like there weren't enough announcements to tell me. I was disconnected that week, so I just didn't pay attention.
Yep. Understandable though. Understandable. So anyway, Demore, you were saying, buddy, Matt was saying about the Rooney.
Yeah, most of these things we are aware of already, so I'm not really going to go through that again in details. It's pretty much all the things we are aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Cool ability unique to Rooney will be the neutral legendary max level and new ability called Rebirth, which is basically self-resurrect that we know.
Which sounds amazing, right? Like, can you just imagine all of the messed up meta this is going to make? Like, it's going to be great.
It is going to be really interesting. I have a lot of questions, though. Like,
you combo that with the Resurrect. I think they've already confirmed. So Resurrect will go off first, and then the Rebirth will go off second.
Ew.
Okay. That is like a double, so you can have a Chanceus or I'm imagining a life team because they've got lots of resurrects, or perhaps even a water team of some kind.
I'm imagining it with like a death team because there are no resurrects. Like, it could really mess some stuff up there, right?
There's Ancient Lich that has resurrect.
Oh, right. Cards that people can actually afford these days. There's no resurrects.
Yeah, there's not many people that has the Ancient Liches in their back.
That's what I'm saying. I am not a whale. Like, I can't buy this. What are you joking?
But yeah, some of us are lucky to have that death combo, right, with the Ancient Lich. All right, I'll have you know. But it is a combo. It is a combo that can happen, right? So you're gonna get this guy keep coming back. He's got True Strike. He's got 4 damage. He's got Opportunity. I think
he won't go away.
He won't go away. He just keeps coming back. He just keeps coming back.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really fun card. And honestly, as they tie it into the lore, I think that's really what I'm kind of just most excited about. This is going to be like the Battle Mage's companion, and each one being unique to the Battle Mage themselves, right? And so, I mean, I don't know. Like,
you just don't think you would use a pickle to make your companion, Demore?
Hell no! Hell freaking to the no! A pickle. I mean, what kind of? Are you gonna make the guy's eye wet? What?
No, you're just going to make him. You're going to make him so embarrassed when he lost to a pickle. Like the shame, the shame.
Is it the new chicken?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
right. I get it.
No, it's gonna be good. So it's like, I don't know. I kind of compare it to, right? Like, look, Like Ash Ketchum traveled the world with Pikachu, right? There were many Pikachus, but there was
Sure.
really only one of
One
Ash
And a
Ketchum
tri-panel
Pikachu.
hat. Like, how did he wear a tri-panel hat that far back? Like, he was such a trendsetter. Oh, is that not where you're going with this? I was,
Yes,
I must
this
have, I was
is
confused.
definitely
Sorry.
where I was at. 100%.
Fair comments. Look, we are talking about digital things after all, you know. So it's not real, but it is real for me. It's real. I love my games, right? I'm passionate about my games. It's always been close to my heart. For me, it is real. And I don't like the pickle. I'm sorry. I don't like the pickle.
Doesn't
The
get enough
pickle-
blood for him.
There's no blood on the pickle. I'm sorry. Unless it's an exploding pickle, then maybe we can talk. All
Talking
right.
about dynamite pickles, huh?
Yeah.
Wait till you see one of those expertly sharpened pickles.
expertly sharpened pickles. It's still
This is-
gonna be a wet noodle, right? That it's not gonna kill anything.
Ah, you ain't been shanked by a pickle, bro. Like
Well, you can't shake someone with a
catch
pickle.
you in the showers and shank you with a pickle.
This is becoming a totally different stream.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Baku's just over here like,
I'm
yeah.
just like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
I'm confused.
So anyway, Rooney's.
So yeah, pretty much everything else we know already. You know, can Wales buy? No, they can't. The success
Did you
of the
guys
project-
notice whatever circumstances they had in place to like prevent the mass? I think the big thing I noticed was that you could only buy one per paired
time? One at a
like
time.
per paired wallet.
Right. So basically, they were just forcing you into the same sort of time stepping that they did with some of the other pre-sales, like notes, that you couldn't buy multiple in the same block, and you couldn't effectively use multiple accounts, because to use a separate account, you needed to also link a distinct different Ethereum address. So they were discouraging you from doing that by saying you can buy as many as you have time for before it sells out one at a time. And there was no true advantage unless you just had a bunch of Ethereum wallets and a bunch of Hive accounts. You could click them all at the same time. So you could theoretically get more that way. But I thought they did a good job of discouraging it by not allowing you to limit multiple accounts to a single ETH wallet. It just takes more effort to create more Ethereum wallets. It's still free. So I thought that was pretty good. There might be some people that use multiple Hive accounts to get 6 instead of 3 or whatever. But it doesn't seem nearly as egregious as some of the other pre-sales, maybe.
So can we safely say that we have at least 2,000 battle mages then? Like real players, not bots?
No, you cannot.
What?
I would say that it's safe to say that there's half of that, because I would say there's many people that got 3 and quite a few that got 2 and some that got 1. I would say that averages out to maybe half of that number were
But how many Demores and Bakus?
A lot, but it's just not easy for me to quantify in this case. So, but I get your point. If that many people were there ready to go, then maybe that means that there are 2,000 battle mages. I hope you're right. So the number that I saw that I thought was intriguing, like how many people are actually playing, was there were something just under 3,000 that had bought 250 plus packs, and there were over 2,000 people that had bought over 2,000 packs. And to me, that was a number that I thought was surprisingly low. And you very insightfully pointed out that the way that traditional trading card games go, that people that bought that many packs were closer to a store. And so to me, that's the number that I would put it. Those are at least that many people are real players, because there's at least 2,000 or 3,000 people that are buying packs in a large quantity.
Okay.
Okay.
Not bad. All right. The more, what do we got past the Rooney?
So yeah, let's jump to our next topic. Next up was Cryptomancer and brawls, right? So lots of eye candy being shared here. In particular, brawl rewards will be claimed like SPS rewards. So over here, you see brawls at the bottom. So in the same space where we're currently claiming our battle rewards and our chest rewards, the brawls will appear there as well. And you'll be able
I think this is
Damn.
great. Like
That's a
pushing
lot of
everything
SPS.
into staked SPS, I think is really great. I really appreciate this move and think that it just encourages good behavior in our ecosystem.
You'll be able to see an estimate of how much SPS you'll be able to earn under there's apparently a message like this, brawl reward somewhere. You'll have to find it, and they'll show you how much you are earning.
So brawl rewards can be found during an active brawl. On the brawl page, there's a little spot up to the top right that you can click on, and it'll tell you the different rewards for the different ranks.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's
See
where we
that?
will see
0
it.
to 597. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
So
Come on, bro.
That's a nice chunk. That's a nice chunk. This will be update as the brawl progresses. You can
And that's
see
the 2-star. Anybody else
Right.
drooling over 4-star right now? Like,
No, I'm at 3, bro. I mean, 4 is still a long way away from me, but like, yeah, 3's close. Like, we could
I mean, just drool higher. It's fine. 5-star. Like, just.
I mean, we'll
drool
get
on
there
that.
eventually, bro. Or we ain't gonna be the first ones. We ain't gonna be the first ones, but we'll get there eventually.
So where is Legacy right now? What level is your arena?
Tier 2, but we have a level 4 arena. So like, all we need is that level 5 arena. So it's like 400 crowns, and we got it. Right?
400 crowns is a lot, but that's doable. Yeah.
It is. It's like 10 brawls, I think, for us. We've got maybe 80 some right now,
Well-
so we got time.
400 crowns is 2/3 of the next level of the building, right? So it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's
that just-
a lot.
It certainly doesn't get easier. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah, it gets exponentially harder to get to higher tiers, right?
Yep.
And you're talking months of playing to get 600 crowns, right?
And not just playing, like actually being competitive, or at least losing with grace a lot.
Losing with grace.
Hey, Demore, Jester Gamer is asking us how to claim the Chaos Legion pack reward from the tourney. Did he get his this morning?
So Jester Gamer, there is no way to claim it, but I will be sending it to you very shortly. I'm sorry for being so slow. I have not sent out yesterday's prizes just yet.
What'd you do?
but
Go
I
to
will-
sleep or something? Jeez.
I didn't go to sleep.
Demore has to sleep.
Wow.
I
I figured you just wouldn't sleep anymore since it cost you a Rooney.
Oh,
right.
wow!
Ooh,
Wow, he was
burn.
there with it.
Burn.
It's just mean.
Already.
Just mean.
But I have not forgotten you, sir. I will definitely send your pack, as well as the other person who also got a pack.
I'm trying to think of like the internal or like just the dialogue that Demore had with his bed after he didn't get his Rooney. Just like literally standing over his bed like, fuck you.
You caused this.
It's just like,
This is why we can't have nice things.
don't tempt
like-
me with your coziness.
I
I'm
like
mad
my
at you.
sleep. I like my sleep. I like my sleep.
I'm mad at you.
I'm not gonna give it up. I'm not gonna give it up.
Not even for a Rooney.
Not even for a pickle.
Not even for a pickle. Yeah, look, I could have lost 10 more minutes, I suppose. It wouldn't have been that bad. Here's the SPS pool that you can click on to see how the SPS is calculated. So there's a pool. There's going to be a pool button at the top here above the stars that'll show you how the pools are calculated. So you'll be able to
that'll be
see how
nice.
much you will be earning. Here's the total pool view. Here's the breakdowns per star level.
That's a lot of SPS.
So
Anybody else
The-
just like seeing SPS signs? This is great.
let's look at 3-star, right? That's 54,000 SPS.
Can you
That's
imagine
nice.
how many are actually 3 stars?
I mean,
That's-
there's not
there's
a lot.
only,
There's
like-
only
Well,
8 right
I
now.
know, I know,
12,
because
20.
I'm in the 3-star guilds, right? So that's what
Yeah.
we're fighting.
And more?
There's 18. There's 18 guilds in there.
You
And we are
can
one of
be
them.
jealous of dragons. It's fine.
All right,
we don't
so-
mind jealousy.
So somebody do the quick math.
Whoa.
54,000 divided by 18. What's
So,
54,000 divided by 18?
okay. I can do that. Just give me a sec.
I think it's about 3,000.
It's like 2,000 something, right?
Lorcas with the live on air math. I'll have
So
you know.
So if it's 3,000, and I think there's 18 brawls in tier 3, is that right? So it should be like 106.
38. 3,038
38.
divided by 18 is 168 SPS for winning a brawl.
There we
Well,
go.
not for winning. That's just average, right?
Yeah, for
So
each
it'll-
player, each person. That's not per
Each
guild. That's per
player
person.
on average,
Sure.
right? So like you
Sure,
can get better,
sure.
you can get worse, but oof,
Sure.
that's
No,
not
that's
bad.
good. So and
Like
how many are
30
there
already.
in
It's
4-star?
better than nothing for sure.
In 4-star, there is 0. So that's 106,771. If you are the first 2 guilds,
You split that.
okay, divide by 2, that's 53,385. Divide by 18 players. It's probably more than that. That's 2,965 SPS per member.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think we're only
Let's
only
go.
like 600 crowns away from 4-star though. We're
Yeah,
pretty far.
nobody.
No, we're 400. Yeah, we're 400 crowns away. So a couple of months for sure.
I mean, bless their hearts, like they didn't know any better, right? Like everybody was like, it was store and then it was barracks. Like those all mattered more
Yeah.
than your.
Yeah, no one knew this was
Yeah.
gonna be what we needed to save our crowns for. Now it's just
Right.
like everybody's dumping it
So-
there.
Oh,
and that's
my
why
goodness.
it's such a race now, because
Yeah.
nobody's leveled it, right? Nobody is ahead in the game.
Heck,
And I
So
would just
did
like to say that
anybody-
we are now on round 5.
Awesome. So did
Wow.
anybody ask, like, currently, since there is nobody in 5 and nobody in 4, like maybe there might be a couple in 4, but 100% there's going to be nobody in 5.
For a
What is
while,
happening
yeah.
every brawl cycle with that quantity?
That's a good question, and I don't know if it was answered.
I
Let's
really
see.
yeah,
I
I'd
feel
love
like
to
they're
see.
just gonna leave it there.
I hope it just
wouldn't
accumulates,
leave it.
because
I
that
think it
would be
would-
like the best way to like really encourage people to hurry there, is if it just became a huge pool that then like they paid out over like a year, because you couldn't pay it all in the first one, but like as soon
I
as
would
it
just
started, then it just starts that 5th or 4th
I-
tier a year from
I'd
then.
say throw it in the DAO.
I would prefer for
Another
it to go into
good
the
option.
DAO. Exactly. Put it in the DAO, and let's have the DAO vote on what to do with it.
Yeah, I'd just say throw it in.
you know,
the
I
DAO. If
also
nobody's in
like
five.
the idea of extremely pressurizing the first few guilds to really get there, because I think that could just cause some crazy stuff to happen. And who doesn't like crazy stuff in an ecosystem where you can buy your way to the next thing?
I mean, I'm with you. I just don't know if it makes that big of a difference. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
already going to be crazy. Like,
It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, that's a
pressurizing
lot
it,
of SP.
I don't know. It doesn't change anything, right? Like, every
It's
guild,
true. Everyone's trying as hard as they can.
like, all
The
the crowns
bottleneck-
are going to arena. Like, there's no, like, that's it. Like,
The bottleneck is still crowns, right? It will always be crowns. So
How do we find out how much each building needs for crowns?
It's on the
it
info button
shows
that
you
you
on
can.
the info button on
Button.
Arena. You can just look there. Yeah.
If you use the Splinterlands interface from time to time.
Oh, there it is.
One of those
It's
days, if you
amazing.
go
Oh
to
my
it and
God.
click on guild, there's another button there. It's called buildings.
Yeah, I see.
And from
I see
there,
now.
there's so much information. It's really cool.
And
We have so much crown stocked up. Oh my god.
And Bakuani, what you need to do is you need to go to the button that says Leave Guild, and then you go to Dragons and you say Request to Join. And
Yeah.
and that way you will join the correct guild, and you'll see the right type of information you want to be seeing.
I'm just imagining. I'm imagining
Wow.
Jackal watching this in about 3 hours when he wakes up. And
Technically, our guild could immediately get to level 5 for arena if
I
we had
should
the
do it.
DC.
No.
no
I-
way.
I-
we
Do you
have
have enough?
we have
No.
923 crowns just sitting there.
oh no, that's not
That's
enough.
not enough. That's not
923
enough.
would.
Level-
923 is
enough.
only enough to go from 3 to 4.
No,
Yeah.
it's enough for 5. Because 5 just
No.
needs 400, 4 just needs 250, and
Wait,
3
wait,
just
wait,
needs
wait, wait,
100.
wait.
Yeah.
No,
it's
you're
like
talking about
800.
levels. No, not
Yeah.
levels.
Wait.
Star,
Don't talk-
brawl tier.
Look at the.
Yeah, the
Look,
arena
look
just
at-
needs to level 5. Just needs about
Well, that gets you to tier
800.
3.
tier
yeah.
3, which
Ah,
still means we would be like in the top like
Oh
number
yeah,
of
yeah.
kills.
Yeah, there's not going to
That
be a
puts you
lot
in the
of
top 20
legendary.
gills. You should definitely go get some DC for sure.
Oh, man, that's a
It's cheap right now, bro.
100.
You need level 7 to get to tier 4. You need level
Look,
7.
look, level 7 is like just nowhere near possible at the moment.
Yeah, no, level 7's a
Well-
little bit away.
Well,
Level 5 is
here-
really good though. Like that's a
Yeah.
place where
level
there's
5
a lot of SPS to be made. Like you should look into how much DC you can get because that's good. That's a good one to have.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
This is
the one
definitely
we were-
gaming advice, not financial advice
Yeah,
for
Baku
anyone listening.
says.
This is the one we were looking at, right? So the 54K,
When is this?
168 SPS
Yeah,
per
just
person,
doubles
right?
too. Let's go.
So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty damn
When is
awesome.
this brawl thing coming in?
You'll
next
see
week,
the
I
monthly
think.
pool there, and
Next
the reward will
week?
be.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think they were talking about that.
Yes, it is next week. It is next week. It is something like that, yeah. So first comment here.
what should I do?
Thank God you're here, man.
What should I do?
What you should
that-
do is the level of your freaking arena. Like, is there any other question you should be asking?
He's
Like, that's the only thing you should
Or-
have.
merits. I don't
Or
know.
join a guild that has one leveled
Oh,
already.
Demore,
like
you're
the
going right
dragon.
back there. Man, you're trying to
Oh,
get
coach
murdered
me,
by
huh?
Jackal. This is rough. He's closer to you than the rest of us. He's gonna stab you.
He's close. You are gonna get a pickle like right in the middle of the night. You're just gonna
Hey,
get.
Jackal's gonna send a drop bear over.
All right, so that 2.5 million SPS is broken down, and that monthly amount gets divided by 6, average number of brawl cycle. The text explains how it's broken down, the timeline, and the plan going forward. I would like to see an exponential progression rather than a linear, because it's harder to get into the top brawls. These numbers are not finalized. We are going to put these numbers to a governance vote to see if the numbers you want, if it is the numbers you want. I hope that will be out next week, but not sure we have a lot going on. The coding is about to be finished.
Well, I mean, we don't have a proposal yet, so
not yet.
Maybe it's
I'm
not.
doing a whole bunch of testing. We're probably looking at the second half of October for release. The priority will be these pre-sales coming and the Splinter Fest.
got it.
Coding is 99% done.
Perfect.
Weirdbeard says, is this what people are looking for? Or the question was, is this what people are looking for to
Yeah.
Weirdbeard? His answer is, I think a lot of people look at this as a piece of a larger solution. I think it's not the end all be all, but a lot of things we're talking about here is how do we get people to stop squatting at the lower tiers and brawls. And I think that the distribution makes it so that you're dumb for not moving up. Those numbers
Yes.
are crazy. People
And I
that
think that
haven't
that's
seen
the-
the value in brawls, but you look at it now, and by being involved in brawls, you're giving up on so many things, not just rewards.
Man, if you could just do the Weirdbeard voice, that'd be great.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. It's a little, hypey, huh?
Okay. I'll try and go deeper. I think it happened on its own in 2 separate tracts. I didn't have the twist. No, I can't do that. I didn't have to twist Cryptomancer's arm for this. A lot of this was when we look at what's happening with brawls internally. We all have a lot of the same desires as the players. The biggest aspects was the ability to vote and have those players choose what this will be. It happened on its own tract. Cryptomancer has a very good handle on what needs to be done, and a lot of it now is just how do we do it.
Yep. Yeah, so I honestly, when I was listening to him talk about it, it was funny. It was almost like again, a politician's answer. You know, he was just like, he's like, yeah, he was like, yeah, are people like, is this gonna fix everything? He's like, no, because people will always find shit to complain about.
Well, I
Sure.
think it's even more poignant that it's not that people will find something to complain about, but people will find a way to game a system. Like that's like what
Mhm.
will happen. And like as they continue to make more and more complex systems that become harder and harder to game, And I'm saying all this because I'm setting up for what I'm going to push for here. I feel like they need to target their systems a little more to what they're trying to stop. And right now they're doing kind of some funny things. This goes back to my rant about their 2-day rental that was being forced. What they're really trying to stop is people exploiting the CP of their cars that they don't actually have or aren't renting. And I wish that they would target that more directly, specifically by not allowing ECR regeneration without the right CP for your league. But that to me is the only thing that they're missing to truly address this in a real way, is to target the penalties at the actual actions they're trying to stop, because they aren't trying to stop people from renting for one day. So a 2-day rental rule is kind of strange.
Yeah.
Sure. And it adds an extra expense that perhaps you only wanted for the one day, right? You didn't want 2 days, you only wanted it for 1 day.
And right, and that's a valid use case. And like ending it because you didn't want to make the right rule is strange to me. And I wish they would address it. But to his point, people will always try to exploit the system you put in place.
Yeah, they will.
Lord, welcome. This must mean we are at 11 o'clock. This means that
success on the town hall. Yeah.
Ended. Congratulations to Moore on carrying on the legacy of the patented longer than an hour town hall summary. You're doing fantastic. Thank you, sir. For those that are curious on where is Cydrake, that's a good question. I don't know.
Cydrake
I feel like someone should probably ask Cydrake.
Wellness check. Someone call the cops. Send him to his house.
He had something to deal with, so he won't be joining us. Luthien will also not be joining us. She's sick, Rogue, so she's not joining us today.
That I did know. I knew that Luthien had a legitimate excuse. Cydrake, though.
He was either going to be killed or not.
I'm just curious, like, what SPS value has to get to for Cydrake to steady enough to beat Wicked.
Right?
Like, it's the best.
He's like, yeah,
honestly, I don't think Luthien can be beat. I think she is the master of this game. I don't think she can be challenged. She is.
Oh, she can totally be beaten with these rules. She can't be beaten if you're actually playing her with the same rule set she has. But
I was gonna get her. I was gonna get her pretty good tonight. Honestly, I was gonna like pull up a bunch of Pokemon.
Oh,
I was just gonna be like, "What's this card?"
That's a good one. He could have won that one, except asking him to name a Splinter would have been really tricky.
Cydrake could have done that one probably. I think. I think he's a Pokemon fan. I'm not 100% certain.
Oh, he's the one that sang the Pokemon song. Yes, he definitely is a Pokemon fan.
I had just been like, Luth, I don't know. I ran out of cards. I didn't know what else to do. And I was just like, I didn't know he was a super fan. That was my bad. But
he is a super fan. Mm-hmm.
That was my bad tonight, but both of my contestants are gone. So anyway. So, Demore, what happened after Weird Beard talked?
All right, so I'll jump on to our next thing. Just another small thing here, another feature in Brawls that they're adding.
Oh, virus! That's just.
I saw that.
Are you just trying to make the entire internet cry? Like, what are you going for?
Should switch roles for that, and her guess the element or whatever it is, and he says the name. Yes, I think that's what we're gonna do.
For Pokemon. For Pokemon. Yes. I was like, what? Like, no. Poor Luthien's just gonna pull her hair out. She'll just have to like say a Splinter without looking.
No, I'm with you. I like that.
Yeah, Pokemon.
They're thinking of bringing in Bloodstone and Power Stone to be purchased with vouchers instead of mirrors.
I think
great idea.
We're working on that, but we decided to go for the Brawl SPS rewards first, and then this other one will be implemented later.
We will be really keen on that if they'll let us level up our store with vouchers too.
So we will go back to that change.
I just wanted to level up my store faster. That's all.
We also want
because you have to focus on the arena now.
I know. They're ruining my Bloodstone quest.
Sorry, Demar.
So we also want to look at the fray composition. There's a bit of grumbling, so we're going to look at that and see how we can improve. We really need to have more discussions internally, but we move forward. So that is something that's also coming up. Quality of life stuff. As long as you keep your house in order, we're gonna do fine. All right.
Yep. I like Lord here. He's saying that she'll guess Earth when it's grass, or guess death when it's dark. This could be a very frustrating night for Luthien. That's gonna be great.
It is, certainly. It will be a challenging game again, I think, for her.
I think there's a decent chance she knows these better than we think she does too. Though.
Oh no, and that would be even perfect. So like it's a win-win, right? It's win-win in my book, right? Either Luthien gets a taste of her own medicine, or further humiliation of Cydrake. Like I don't like who doesn't want to buy pay-per-view tickets for that? Like, let's go.
Well, that is exciting. That is exciting for sure.
Where is she? She is in bed. She's sick. She's
sleeping.
right from the computer to the bed.
She's
like
sleeping.
Probably didn't even just like maybe like did one of them face like just
so
dead. She gone.
Next topic is Splinterfest. Anybody want to hear about Splinterfest?
Yes.
What? Of course we do.
So we'll be having a brawl hall.
Brawlhalla.
Am I the only one that likes that?
Brawlhalla.
Later this week to discuss the upcoming tournaments and brawls. We will also be announcing the opening of the Splinterlands whitelist for tournaments and community tournaments.
Oh, so I saw that announcement today. Is that where that went out?
Yes.
When they said they were completely scrubbing the list and rebuilding?
Yes.
Hot takes on that. Where are you guys at on that one?
I didn't hear that. Can you explain it again?
So
Go ahead,
the current list of which YGG is on, right? We create our tournaments from that list free of charge. Is being scrapped. They're getting rid of that, and you need to reapply basically. There will still be a list, but it's going to be a reapplication process. That's how
I think that's a
know.
brilliant idea. It has to happen. Like that's the best way to make sure that people aren't abusing it, making sure that people are actually posting tournaments that doesn't get cluttered. And the only way to actually do it is to have a new list that gets culled every once in a while. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think, and that way, people that really are eligible are getting in, rather than people that are trying to abuse the system or something like that.
Right. And I don't think the intent is to make it a small number of people. Like I think they truly intend to have a large list of partners, but they want to make sure they're active partners and that they aren't advertising for like their own game or something, but they actually are pushing Splinterlands content. And so these are important things as it grows and gets bigger. And the only way to do that, I think, effectively is to periodically reevaluate it and make sure your list isn't stale and people are doing what they say they are. So I think it's good. Make sure it's high quality.
For sure. And apparently the first brawl hall is going to be on Friday the 9th, right? At 9 a.m. or Friday, 9 a.m. EST. So it would be already passed as well, I think. But yeah, anyway.
Wait, so what did that have to do with Splinterfest?
Not sure yet. This was the title. I'm sorry.
Baited.
So
like,
here's
you want to talk about Splinterfest, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, nope.
Here's some Splinterfest.
I bet you do.
I bet you do.
The three casters officially will be Luthien, Bulldog, and Aftersound.
Yep.
And on stage interviews, and those three will cast the first Ghost Card tournament. Prizes, we're giving away land. At least 60 plots are up for grabs. If you finish in the top 16 of each tourney, you get a plot.
It's a pretty good prize.
If you come to Splinterlands, if you come to Splinterfest on stage games, so even if you're not good at the game, you can win plots of land just for being there.
Yeah.
The Alicoin tournament happens tomorrow. If you want to join that, go to their Discord and get in to win $1,000 in prizes.
Anybody do that?
No.
Anybody in the audience? Did you guys go do the Alicoin tournament? Let us know. I did not. Marcus, you?
No? I did not either.
Baku,
no. I'm very busy looking here because we are on round 6 and I have no battles to show. So I'm going to go grab another cold beverage and I will return.
There you go. Have fun. Be safe.
We're looking at fan-submitted videos. Record a video of why they love Splinterlands. Oh yeah, I remember that thing.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out it was asked of the Splinterlands TV team to like do the same thing.
Sure, and
I
I kind of
didn't
forgot
do
about it.
that. That was
I
my
kind of
bad.
forgot about it.
I did
I kind of
too.
forgot about it.
Oh.
All right, so Splinter Cast podcast with me. Our very first podcast we will have on Wednesday. I'm not sure who's saying that.
Yeah.
We'll be talking to fans both inside and outside, people that are big blockchain enthusiasts. And now the big thing, if you come to Splinterfest, you'll get a boost pack and a random Chaos Legion cards.
Yeah, I would like to see the metrics on that first podcast. I actually listened to it on my way back from the trip I was on. And it didn't feel any different than kind of like the normal content that we're used to at this point, especially since it was like crypto. It was Crypto Llama and it was Infidel. So like those of us already familiar with Splinterlands content are like very familiar with those two anyway. So nothing new was presented and no new context, in my opinion, was given. And then I don't even think I got anything new out of Weirdbeard either. He really just kind of played the moderator in that podcast. So I don't know. We'll see where they go from here. Maybe I personally, I'll still listen to it anyway, right? Even if they have the same stuff, because I don't think there's enough Splinterlands content anyway. But hopefully, the official Splinterlands podcast will be able to bring some fresh perspective to the content scene, right? Because so far, nope.
Okay, and then finally, our last pieces of eye candy, if those of you want to see before we jump into some matches.
Yeah, that's that Battle Mage making a Rooney. Here, let me grab
it. So here's the Rooney wallpaper.
Look at that.
As you can see, it is not a pickle, demonstrating yet again the superior ability of actual weapons.
We do not know that. That could very well be a sharpened and plated pickle. And I don't know for sure that it is not.
At this point, there's probably going to be like a bounty. Like I might just have to start investing in some cards and put a bounty on Damore's head to like any time the community kills Damore with a pickle, like I will send them something. It's just for the rest of his Splinterlands career. Anyone that takes out Damore with a pickle until he goes out and gets the pickle himself.
So this is brilliant. So go back up to that last one. So this one, his body is the dangerous part and his weapon is a bunny. Like this is the best. This is exactly what I like.
So, even worse than a pickle. I mean, a freaking bunny. Like
it doesn't even look like a happy bunny. That's a very disgruntled
Is that
bunny.
even a bunny? It's like a hamster with long ears.
Yeah, if hamsters were like red.
That's more like a fox.
Yeah, more like a fox,
guys.
right?
Like
that might not be a bunny.
Something, right?
A hamster fox bunny.
It might be a squirrel with long ears.
Could be. It could very well be. I mean, and a smiley face for a head with a confused bubble on top or crown. Pretty interesting.
I mean, that boy's a little confused.
That seems like that looks like a great Rooney. Yeah, this one looks like he just really is a pescatarian.
Well, yeah, or has issues with fish, but he's a Viking, so that may be why.
That's a stiff fish, though. Like
I just imagine that
ain't a floppy fish.
Fighting in hand-to-head combat without binocular vision would be challenging. So maybe the fish is actually his second eye.
That could be it.
Maybe
I like
the
this.
gem gives him third eye vision, right? So he doesn't need to see with his eye. He
gets third eye by missing the second eye. Just skip 2, go 3.
There you go.
I'm digging
it's also a great band from the 90s.
Yes.
Now we're talking. This is a Rooney. Okay?
This is Damore's Rooney. If he'd have woke up at 1 in the morning.
You see.
That one just looks ironic. Like it's just like, I can stab stuff. Can you see?
This Rooney can kill.
No, I have stabbed stuff.
can take you to dinner. This guy can take you to dinner. This guy can
He
take
would
you
know how to find the best dinner in
kill.
town. Look at that guy. He knows dinner.
I mean, in all actuality, I do really, really like this one too. Like this one, it seems
Yes,
like
I do too.
everything just meshes well in this one. This is going to be one of like the
And
It's one of
real.
those that'll sell for a
And
lot.
Rogue
Yeah.
this demonstrates my point
It
that I
just
had
makes the
earlier,
most
right?
sense.
So the 5 pieces is there's a head, there's a crown, there's a
7
weapon,
pieces.
and I thought it was 5. All right, so if there's 7, then it's going to be one arm, one body.
I think there's a background. You're probably leaving out the background, maybe?
Background. Okay, so background, crown, head, arms, body, weapon, maybe 2 arms.
Personality.
Person. 1, 2.
So that's 7.
3, 5.
I thought it was 5. I thought it was 5. So background, crown, head, weapon, body, arms. That's kind of what I thought it was.
Well, the body and the chest are different. Like the core is different than the actual what's around the core. That too.
Yeah.
Like that
I see.
circles
So
you
like that
need.
red core, and then there's like armor around
Yeah,
it.
that red core doesn't actually go with that red armor, I think. Like if you scroll up, like that core is different. And like I've seen
So the core, yeah, sure, I see. The core is also something. The core
I think
is also
so.
even there is a core, right? You can see
Mhm.
the core there on the picture. So yeah, sure. Then the core, the body, the arms, the head, and the crown, and the weapon. So that's 6 then.
At least, and then background maybe.
And background, so that's 7. That's 7. All right. So 7 pieces. Now, what I understand, or what Nate was hinting at, is that you'll be able to separate this weapon and this one and this one and go and sell that on the market for a weapon that you want.
Demore's
Right,
like
so
weapon.
You look for your weapon that fits your colors or your color scheme or your armor set or whatever, and then you match it
Or
up.
your favorite sandwich accessory.
Or your favorite pickle, yes, like has been demonstrated clearly by many people. I would not be buying the pickle. I will be buying a weapon. I'll have you know.
It would be
But
the bloodiest and sharpest weapons.
sure,
for
sure. There you go. Effective.
The tastiest accoutrements.
But yeah, I'm excited. Even though I'm actually not owner of a Rooney right now, I'm still excited for us as a community.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So what else did we get on the eye candy?
A little bit of Rift Watchers eye candy. Here's Constantia.
Yeah.
Here is the guy that I don't remember the name of.
Yeah, this is our first legendary.
Oh right.
Airdrop.
2 or something?
Big
That's
beast.
2, right?
Big beast. Big magic dude. Like
ASTU or something?
yeah.
Something
Do you
like
think
that.
it's painful to have your rib cage outside of your chest? I feel like
It
that
looks
probably
really good though.
I
hurts.
assume so.
does.
But like it definitely makes sense that like he's got 2 health. Because you're like, I see a lot of
not
weak
look like
points.
it's gonna. Yeah, it's not like it's gonna hold up well.
Lot of weak points. Like if I were playing a video game,
Oh
there'd
no,
be a
he's
lot of areas where I could hit you.
Yeah.
he's called
Successfully.
Usut.
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 Okay.
So yeah, no, this guy's going to be really
airdrop.
interesting for the death because like that blast damage, I think is something that like I love to see on the death. But he's also he fits well because he's kind of got that glass cannon aspect too, right? It's going to be
Sure.
super OP in health
Yeah.
equalizer. Like health equalizer, this
Yeah.
dude's going to wreck, absolutely wreck. But yeah,
I really miss
this was
Enchanted Defender. Man, that card was so much fun.
so yeah, they're just gonna. I mean, and that's I think what I'm getting a lot from Rift Watchers is they got a lot of OP cards that'll be great for some specific rule sets.
I think that's a really nice way to go with the game to like make some really crazy metas for some of the rule sets, just to keep it exciting.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Man, we hit it all, Demore. Did we get it?
Yeah.
We
yeah,
almost get
there's
to
still-
an hour and a half. Like this is.
There's still
gross. Is that
actually
the word I'm
some
looking
more.
for?
There's still actually some more to go because they've literally written everything down. But
No, they did.
but I think we're good. We've covered many things.
Because we are in the
We-
semifinals.
And we also have our
Top
top-rated
YGG.
YGG. We do indeed. I've
And
got a
the-
battle here.
Nice.
Who is
What
that?
is the top YGG person getting tonight, Lorkiss?
A gold foil Dax Paragon.
Ooh, get that
Oh,
amplify. Congratulations, Watari. Watari? Is that how we're saying that? Watari.
Atari
I
21.
noticed in top
That's right.
8, all of our YGGs were all from the Brawlers Nephilim. Nephilim?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Is
brawlers showing up in numbers.
Yeah, they came out
And
4
winning
strong.
in numbers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Credits, Watari and Keith Ray all made it into top 8. Mapleicious doing work again tonight.
Yes,
Making
right.
it here, having to face off with Queen Sylvia tonight.
And here we go. It's Mapleicious is the first match against Keith Ray.
This was round 6.
Was
This
it?
was
Did I
round
miss
6.
one?
No.
Oh, yep, you're right.
Yeah, we're in the semifinals now, but nothing's played out in the semifinals at this point.
You're
so.
correct. This is the final one.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and have it go.
So yeah, those that were not awake this morning, a lot of our audience and players seem to be able to play in both time slots, so that's pretty cool. But Mapleicious pushed to the finals this morning and was beat out by Jester from GG Legacy. So that was pretty fun to watch this morning. Got to commentate on some of her games and her strategies, so that was pretty cool. And so to see continued success tonight, congratulations, girl. Awesome to see it. Hopefully you're able to have another finals appearance. But Queen's been around for a while. Queen has been around. I've seen her name quite a bit. So we'll see. Uh-oh, everyone got quiet on me.
Sorry, I'm typing over here. Watari 21 just got their gold foil Dax Paragon. I had to make sure I didn't misspell it. That's all.
Perfect.
But we're good.
Perfect.
We're good.
From GG. So yeah, Legacy here. Legacy SBS. This is my guild leader. And we are YGG Legacy. And so it was actually pretty funny because I had a rant this morning about specifically that guild, GG Legacy, and how much I feel personally triggered by their guild name because they're just like, every time I face them, they're just like, yeah, good game, Legacy. And I'm like, hey, knock it off. We haven't played yet. Don't do that. So yeah, that was pretty fun to talk about this morning. Queen and Maple, Battle of Ladies. Yes, we are definitely having the I'm trying to think of I don't know enough about WWE. Aren't they the Vixens in WWE, like the women wrestlers? They're like crap. It's them.
I don't know more about the WWF.
I have no idea.
Save the animals.
WWF. Well, way to date yourself there, brother.
I was talking about the World Wildlife Foundation.
Oh my goodness! I thought you were talking about the World Wrestling Federation, like, which I thought was like WWF was before WWE. I thought.
Yes,
Ow.
it was. It was.
So
they lost that trademark battle.
GG.
That was the first battle of the semifinals with Watari 21 beating BJY Shadow.
Y Shadow.
But we were still waiting for the first battle between Mapleicious and Queen Sylvia.
Yes, the much awaited. I gotta change. I gotta turn off my streamer mode. Like that was really frustrating.
Streamer mode's really, really bad. Yeah,
it was. I don't like. I tried it this morning and I was like, this doesn't help me at all.
Nope, I'm doing better with 2 tabs and bringing over the battle I want because it wasn't letting me stream the third match. Like it just kept erroring. when there was a tiebreaker. So wasn't very helpful. Turned that right off. Thanks for trying. Please try again.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Do better. Do better.
Nope.
Do better.
I do appreciate them pushing it out, so maybe they will just make it better. Here we go. First
All
battle
right.
between Maplelicious and Queen Sylvia.
So both taking advantage of Kretch here. Health equalizer, no shields, going white to try to get that extra rare boost. Maplelicious getting both the Harpy, the Time Mage, and the Vulgarian.
Less
What's
misses,
it called?
I think, is all we're looking at here.
We are, but what's interesting here is Maplelicious is going to be in trouble if she can't get. Oh, got
The
through.
misses.
That was a big
misses.
deal.
Needed that
Misses.
because at that point, Chaos Agent wasn't going to die unless the Harpy went down. So now we can actually start to get some attacks in here. And then this health battle should go in Maplelicious' favor. But she needed that Pellicor, the Pellicor Conjurer to die. Or else that Volgine was just going to stay in the back line, do nothing, and just get pegged away by the sneakers. Oh, my goodness. Needed that to happen. Wow. And it
That
took
was a
two
big one.
misses. Two or more. I don't know how many misses.
It was
it
more than
was
that. It was two in a
on the
row.
That was
time
a
made.
few.
Wow.
Should we watch it again? There was a bunch
Yeah,
of misses.
one more
We can
time.
count those. Here we go.
So yeah, this like double no attack here up front by the Queen is rough. Oh my goodness, because like we're doing it right, like we're making our way through. So now she's got 3 turns to get through as long as this Time Mage stays alive. We got 1 miss on the Harpy there, only a 10% chance. No, 35% chance because of the flyer. But then here we go. 1, 2, 3.
3 in a row.
So
4 misses for Queen
It's just-
already.
I mean, 30% chance
brutal.
on each one. So to miss all 3, like you needed it. Well, she didn't need all 3. I guess she for sure needed either
2 of the
both
3.
of the Damfiers or for sure the life leech. The
Yeah.
leech.
Stitch Leech.
But yeah, that
Wow.
was definitely needed that. Definitely needed. That would have been a terrible way to end with like your big beefed up scavenger just getting picked apart in the back. That would have been nuts. So going super sneak here, no healing, opting to run shields in the back, which is pretty
And
cool.
there's-
Good use of the skull.
Very good use of the skull. Yeah.
And we'll see kind of, we've got 2 thorns on the bottom, and we'll see if that's enough. Not doing any magic, so really Thaddeus isn't getting too much except for the neg on the health. But I think the double thorns is actually going to do very well for
Triple thorns.
Is it
Yeah.
triple thorns for Wari?
Yeah, because
This front. Because you have front.
the front one and 2
Chinchwalla.
at the back.
2 in the back. What was?
Yeah,
No, there wasn't 2 in the back.
there was what's
The skull, the flying skull
skull
doesn't
and
have
the other one.
thorns.
Oh wait, it doesn't have
Oh,
thorns.
no, he doesn't get thorns
Oh.
until later.
No, you
Oh.
elite status player. It doesn't get it till later,
I thought
Jeez,
thorns was the
forgot.
first thing he got.
bro.
I know, man.
Jeez.
So I was just like flying.
He's
Is
been
like,
in diamond
whatever.
forever. He's like, yeah, I know what that skull does. No, that skull just flies down here. That's all it does. So did the thorns hold up? Watari was able to take that one then.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Perfect.
Watari did
No,
take that
this
one.
was
Yeah, Chwala. I think Chwala will probably just
Chwalla's
would have carried
gross.
this out because so much armor and then thorns.
It is a lot of armor, and then having the basically having your disintegrator in the front line. That was rough, because then I think it gets pretty out of control here once that disintegrator goes down
Yeah,
as well.
But you no longer have your
But I
demoralized.
will say though, like looking at this, there's a lot of health right now in both the T-Rex and the Nightmare that like
he
just a couple hits could have like made it go.
It's true. A couple
But
misses without that demoralized. Like that demoralized changed it. Like it was completely over once demoralized was gone.
Once he started losing too many units, even if he had big units, they just it was just splitting up the attack because it's like super sneak. So it wouldn't have mattered.
Yep. So we got Queen and Maple again. Maple going heavy on the magic with a shield in the back for super sneak. Just basically
This doesn't
saying,
look good.
I'm going to ignore super sneak and just play my magic spam deck. And really countered by Queen at this point. But whether it's enough is the big question, because running Tusk the Wide in the front really
Oh no, yeah, that's going now.
took that first turn. And yeah, I think it
Those
will
huge melee
definitely
numbers,
be.
man. That's just gross.
It's plenty. It's plenty.
Yeah.
No legendaries means no Queen Silva, but we're not playing any we're not playing legendaries anyway. So that's
Yeah,
one of
no
the big
legendaries.
things that, like, in ranked, the Queen Mycelia giving shields to the magic spam team really helps it work the same way that Wavesmith did it in the last meta with Ulrich, right? And so when you get into these formats where you don't have legendaries, that green can be real squishy to melee. So good on Queen for recognizing that and pushing through with that red meta, but Tusk the Wide up front, knowing that, you might have to battle off some magic early. So well done, Queen.
So
Way
this
to
did
push round
push
3.
us to 1-1. Yeah, so we were waiting for round 3 between
Yeah.
Queen Sylvia and Maplelicious, and we have Watare 21 waiting for whomever wins the next one.
Because
I think the
Watari
other team
went 2-0 on that one.
That is correct. That is
Congratulations.
correct.
Representing.
Yeah, if you want to go look here for a second, you can see Watare is up here with 12-2. And Maplelicious right behind 11-3. Queen
12-2.
Sylvia 11-2.
Not bad.
Awesome.
Oh, buy Shadows in.
These ladies are tough, says Dave. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then Boomburst is saying the shield from the skull gives him a lot of time. Yeah, the shield's running the super sneak too, because really that's the best place that you're going to take advantage of something like that, because there's only, 2 magic attackers that sneak. One's in the wild format for green, and the other one's modern for blue in the Coral Wraith. So, putting the flying skull in the back and the super sneak is a good use of mana, right? Because it's only a 5-cost card, and it's going to absorb a lot of hits back there. Plus, it being flying means it's got a little bit of extra evasion too. So, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Plus, none of them have poison, so it just makes it way more worth it to have it at the back.
Yeah, poison in the in bronze. There's really just it's
nothing for melee.
nothing.
So he does get a bit iffy when it goes to like silver, I think, when Uriel gets not Uriel.
Uraeus.
Yeah, Uraeus gets poison.
Yeah,
and he
that's
gets
gold.
iffy.
It's gold
Oh,
when
it's gold.
Uraeus
Whoops.
gets
It's all the way to gold?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought it was silver.
Here we could
I don't know.
fact check me on that one real quick. But
we have our third match between Queen Sylvia and Maplelicious.
Red v
Hold
red.
that Uraeus thought.
I mean, I'm liking Maplelicious look. I gotta see what the health equalizer. I like Maplelicious.
Yeah, it is gold. Yeah.
Ish. Yeah, no, I like Maplelicious here. Heavy on the magic, but maybe the double sneak did get in the way for Maplelicious here. And that, for some reason, that flipping, that sandworm ain't missing. So, like, everything
they don't miss like they're supposed to. That's my analysis of sandworm.
In bronze?
It never misses.
Yeah.
It never misses as much as it's supposed to.
Yeah, so actually, so the queen ended up opting. So that was interesting there. Go ahead and run that back real quick. Yeah, so running the double sneak, but running. So they both ran the samurai, but this is where they made their differences here. Is Mapleicious decided to spend her mana on that front tank in Forgotten One, where Queen ran her mana in that back sneak in the Sandworm, right? Knowing that the Queen was leaning pretty heavy in magic early, that actually countered having that like big tank in that front spot, because they were going to absorb a lot of that magic damage early. And that's why it looked like both those tanks fell about the same time, right? Because Queen was heavier on magic than Mapleicious was, right? So that's why they kind of fell at the same time. And so when you see two tanks like that fall at the same time, and the one costs 9 and the other one costs 4, like that's where
That's a
you
problem.
gotta go back and you gotta look, and you're like, all right, where were the decisions made? And so that was exactly what it was, right? She Mapleicious chose 9 up front that got ate up by magic, and Queen chose 9 in the back that stayed around for a really long time and did a lot of work, like continued that 5 damage way longer than the Forgotten One did, right? And then at the end of the day, that 4 cost Antoon or Antoine or Anton Platoon, whatever the name of that card is,
Yep.
did the exact
Antoid
same-
Platoon.
Antoid Platoon did the exact same
And
function that the Forgotten One did. So yeah, kudos.
Which is just really interesting because the Forgotten One is so much more expensive.
Yep. Well,
And
and that's where, just backing it up with the magic attacks is kind of what the route that Queen went, just gets around that, right? So then you start to look at it and you're like I would go to Splinter Tools and be like, all right, what does Tusk the Wide do up front, right? Like, how does that match go if you're
I think
running?
that would just help too much because
Yeah, because maybe it was just
all the
Sandworm, right?
all the cards of Queen were all like low HP, and then the moment Maple put Forgotten One, he just boosted everything for like Queen to like not worry about HP anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
like if we were thinking about like in terms of unit cost wise per turn damage,
Mm-hmm.
then Queen came out on top because she just picked out all the lower ones, but with a lot of attack.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that. No, yeah, she definitely went attack heavy, but then yeah, having that
Because she had no worry of HP with the equalizer, unless if the other person also all picked low HP units as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was the highest HP? Was it that
It was either the
Forgotten
Forgotten
One
One or
or
the
the Phineas
the
Rage? One of
yeah,
those.
Phoenix Rage. One
No,
of them
if it
boosted everyone to 9.
yeah, that would have been the Forgotten One.
Yeah.
It would have been the Forgotten One. So yeah. Yeah, that health equalizer aspect usually, like, how much mana was it? Was it a lot of mana?
So like
44.
44
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah, so like that's
44.
oftentimes like when you get into those situations, like the lower mana ones, it totally makes sense not to like overcommit to something that is really high. But once you get above a certain, like, that's when you really start to having to decide one way or the other. And you're absolutely right. The Queen did put together a full lineup that optimized that amount of mana with high damage output without compromising on that HP and leaning on the Forgotten One really coming out with
We have
that.
the first match of our final.
All
and
right.
we haven't even announced what our giveaways are.
This is super.
Like, I don't even know
We
what's
have
happening.
not. I need to put that in the chat.
We'll
Guys.
discuss it after this battle.
Thank you guys for coming
Okay.
out tonight. We'll fill out this form. Do it. Credit card information, social security numbers, please. And
We need to know your mother's maiden name.
we'll
please.
send you one DEC in
I
response.
don't hold much
Mother's maiden
for
name is important information. Please tell us.
A back to basics with melee in the first, second, and third position.
He's got way more beefier units for Queen. I mean,
Yeah.
The I wonder.
This
I
Rex-
can't believe that many melee worked out well, but it was because they both went anti-magic.
This
Wow.
Rex
I wonder
is
why Watari went for. I think he should have had enough mana to field like the same units.
run it back again.
Yeah, like he went for like low.
I mean, well, there's a
Went for,
chance that like Rex, I don't know. There's a chance Rex isn't available or like doesn't own a Rex, doesn't own the Nightmare.
could be
Very much. Rex is not in the starter cards anymore, right?
No, I mean, but seeing this gold foil sandworm though does make you think. I mean, I see the
Yeah.
Pellicor uh mercenary here, and I'm like, or not the mercenary, deceiver, and like that makes me lean towards these are just the cards that they own, maybe.
Could
But
be, could be.
yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Could have fielded the same team. All the magics were the same. So yeah, it was I think it's just a card ownership thing, or maybe an overlook somewhere. But yeah, both going magic or both going Thaddeus on that one. Very I mean, I think it makes sense at the end of the day because if you ended up going with Tarsa in Back to Basics with no way of handling that kind of magic spam, because in
Mm-hmm.
Back to Basics, magic's the play anyway. So like you
Yep.
always
And
have
plus
to,
there's no arrows.
yeah. So you always have to counter magic. Period. Right. So I think like Tarsa was never the play there. But
Does anyone know if the guy that lost in the qualifier is actually in our stream, Johnny with no
Oh no.
guild?
Oh no.
Probably not.
if he's
If he is, I
in
got a
the,
prize for him.
all right.
Okay.
Well, if Johnny No Guild, if you are,
No, actually, I took a look at Rotari's card. He's got the same. He does have a Rex. He just
so he
doesn't
has
have
a
a
Rex, just didn't.
Nightmare leveled up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
So yeah, maybe could have fielded the same, but yeah, maybe it
Chose
was
to
just
go
an
differently.
oversight. Maybe it was an oversight.
Mm-hmm.
But
So we
yeah.
only have 9 people so far and 2
Oh, no.
prizes. We got really
Saw
good
something come up.
odds. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's just the injury fee. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it means that it's
Doesn't
over.
say
It means
who
it's
won.
over.
Yeah, but it
No.
doesn't say who won, so it's good enough.
There we
Unless
go.
it-
Now
this person won.
we unfortunately know who won if it's over. If one person won once.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So wow,
Queen.
the
Let's see.
queen here getting
Okay.
full advantage out of chaos in the back.
Oh wow! Like I don't know that I would have called it that way. Just looking at
Scavenge.
the lineup at the beginning.
I guess
They went
seeing
full
that it's
scavenge.
only white and it's only red and it's 19 mana, you can probably look at the lineups and be like, yes,
Well,
sneakers
right
are
here
coming,
is
right?
like once you saw this, like that should have been a good clue. It was placed nicely. Ant Miner had
Okay.
a really
The
nice placement.
damage was like 2 split at the end for Atari.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
No, it was
Same strategy, but the placement of the Ant Miner was just much better.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yes and no. I think the placement of the Chaos Agent was actually probably the
Yeah, you could have put it at the back instead.
yeah, the bigger win there, because I think what we see here is that, like, go ahead and run that back again. The Queen had 2 sneakers there. So like this lineup here, Queen's got 2 creatures that are attacking the back line, and Watari's got 3 and a speed buff, right? So
Not correct, because Harpy will go for the lowest.
yeah.
But because
You're
he
right,
has
and it's
the Time
equal
Mage hitting the
opportunity.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because he has Time Mage hitting the front first, it won't hit the back.
Yep.
Ever.
So then,
yeah.
what about this?
He
Like,
could have put the
Time Mage in position 5.
Yes, and also the Chaos Agent at the back as well.
Yeah.
And just put the Vulpine in the front, because looking at Queen, he put something with no damage in front, right? Was it the Scavo?
Yeah, it was the hireling.
Yeah, hireling. So if he put it in front, he would have been attacking on all or every position, and because the 2 sneaks would have been attacking the back, he would have had a higher chance of Harpy hitting the back as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess maybe Time Mage just was the wrong choice for this particular matchup.
I
He's
think it's a
alright,
great
'cause
choice.
it's slow. He has the
Yeah,
slow.
and it gives you the advantage here to where, like, your Uraeus and your Life Leech is attacking before their Uraeus and their Life Leech, like in the mirror, or in this case, their Samurai and their Uraeus, right?
You see that Watari was taking out the back line faster. It's just that
Much.
Queen had
Yeah.
more bodies at the back.
Yeah,
to
it
before-
was really the
Yeah.
Zenith Archer. It was the Zenith Archer and the Chaos Agent when they only had
Yeah,
to
it
go
was
through a Harpy before they started going through attackers.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
Zenith Archer. That Zenith Archer.
Yeah, so it would be very interesting to see what it just looks like if the Time Mage was in position 5 instead of position 3. Just that one
Mm.
shift, I would have liked to have seen what the win percentage is there.
Even just
Well,
the
we have-
Volpine at the back as well would have been good as well, good enough as well.
10 people in our drawing. Only 10.
Well, we do only have 9 people watching, so
That's
10 people
That's-
in the drawing.
Sounds
It
about
seems
right.
pretty good then.
We
Sounds
did
about right.
top out at we topped out at like 21 people watching at one point. So I actually don't know where everybody went, but hey, they gone now.
We
But-
take too long to
wait.
get
Yeah.
to the winner.
Do you guys see it on
We are slow.
the channel on Twitch? Because I don't see the channel popping up on mine for Twitch.
I see it on. I mean, we have chatters on Twitch. We've got Maplelicious on Twitch. We got Legacy on Twitch.
Yeah.
Dave's on Twitch.
Is this
Lord's on
account on a
Twitch.
different
This
name?
is not the ZZ Hunters account. This is the YGG SPL account. So you
Yeah,
need
bro.
Oh,
to.
no wonder why. Maybe
Yeah.
that's-
Baku, like,
You don't even
have you watched
follow us?
our stream in like 2 months? Like, what's going on?
Like, where have you
I
been,
have the
bro?
main one on the my Twitch follower.
Where have you been, bro?
Oh man, bro!
All right.
Baku, it's so good. It's so good to have you here, and it's fun to make fun of you again because you're back.
Amazing. I'm
It's
glad you're
great to
here,
be
buddy. It's great. I love getting your insight on these matches. It's great to pick your brain.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so we have a gold
Let's go.
foil Goblin Tower and a gold foil Jin Apprentice. Let's go for it.
Let's go.
The Wheel of Death.
NFT.
NF Team 017. Wait, what?
3.
0173.
Who dat?
That's actually not showing up as a real
If
as
I
a real
that's not,
IGN.
if that's not an IGN, I'm sorry, friend. You do not get the
Let's-
prize.
Oh,
I'll
again.
check it again in just a second.
Remove 'em.
Let's go ahead and remove that one, and we'll do
Remove
the
'em.
second
Oh, there
one.
he
We'll come
is.
back.
just
Yeah,
let's
right.
that. It's like nice.
What happened there?
Sorry for you. Let's go again.
Okay.
Oh, it says you copied the in-stream names, not the IGNs.
They're both here. Like they're the exact same for this account.
What account?
Dave
Rich.
Ira.
NF Team 0173 put the same name under
Both.
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Devira is Dave the Great, but
Yeah.
NF Team 0173 is NF Team 0173. There's no.
He
there's no
says
matching
he says it's an IGN.
there. Okay. Let me try again.
in the chat.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
try it again.
NF Team 0173 is well. All I can do is show you. I can do that.
Unless it's an O and not a 0. Is that perhaps the case? Like NFT. NFT
Well,
O 1.
Wow, so I won? No, Dave, you lost. You lose frequently.
That's
Basically,
Well-
Paradise
Oh.
Wonderlands.
Let's go with the lowercase n. Oh, there he is. The capital blew it up. That was the issue.
Oh, what
Done.
you were? Perfect.
Okay.
Yay! All
All
right,
right.
Dave.
hive trickiness.
So,
yeah, no
uh,
capitals.
so does that mean the second prize goes to Dave?
Dave.
Absolutely. Already been sent.
Right. Grats, Dave. Grats, NFT team.
Grats,
Congrats, both of you.
Queen.
Grats, Queen, for taking the win. Yeah, of course. And who's our second runner-up?
Watari.
Watari
Watari.
21.
And
Watari.
Maplelicious.
from the Brawlers. Well, Maple
Wow.
Licious got second place yesterday in my weekend challenge. So,
Mhm.
you know, she's
Second place
representing
today,
those
third
immortal
place.
gods.
Yeah, second place then, third place now. Basically getting worse. Sorry, you should get that looked at.
Oh wow, get that checked out.
Wow,
You should get,
wow,
you should get
wow.
that.
The burn of the winners. It's like you're not good enough. Get better.
It's weird.
Get
Like
good.
you're
Get
supposed to,
good.
like, on the podium. You're supposed to want to try to go to the higher one, but like you're stepping down to. It's just. I mean, if you like bronze versus gold, I mean, it is what it is. But
Tough times, eh? Tough times.
Oh, so brutal. So brutal.
Brutal, man.
no, but guys, thank you very much for joining us tonight. This has been an awesome stream. Thank you very much, Demore Locus or Lorcus.
The locust. The
That's
locust.
terrible. And Baku. Thank you guys very much for joining me tonight. And thank you, everybody in the audience. This has been fantastic to be able to jump in this chair and be able to entertain you guys for an hour. Hopefully, I did Last Dragon some justice. I know, it always takes a different flair when somebody else is in the pilot seat other than him. So we hope that he's able to return next week to keep this thing going, this beautiful, beautiful thing that he started. And we will see you guys on Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, we will be doing our Into the Splinterlands podcast, 6 a.m. Eastern. What is that in your time, Demore?
That's 5 p.m. Asian time or Thailand time. Different times for wherever you may be. But yeah, that's on Wednesday.
Perfect. Any last words, Baku?
Do I just do the
that would be really racist if I just took the one with the deepest accent and made you do what Cydrake does. Like,
oh yeah,
that would be very uncultured of me. So I wouldn't do that. But
The
Lorcus,
question is,
Lorcus, you got any last thoughts?
Oh man, I'm just glad that I'm glad to be back and that we're having this stream again. It's so good to see everyone here. This is fun.
Amen, brother. Demore, final send
always
off.
fun. Always fun to hang with you guys. Thanks for joining us. Join us again next week. Whole bunch of shows we've got going on YGG or SPL TV. Look forward to meeting you guys in the Splinterverse.
Amen. Baku,
Nice.
You can go ahead and try, buddy. Go ahead. Do the Cydrake thing.
Do the thing.
And
Do the thing.
keep playing.
And keep playing, everybody. We'll see you again next time. Now I gotta go
See
find
everyone.
a video thing to send us out. Okay, bye.